record this. So yay, welcome everybody. Everybody's typing in the chat box. So we will have everybody muted for the first part of the call. That way there's not a bunch of feedback and echoing because it starts to sound like aliens if everyone's unmuted at once. But we're really excited that you guys are here. Like I said, I want this to just be like super relaxed, like we're all just hanging out in my living room because I kind of feel like that's what we're doing. So yeah, just relax and enjoy yourself and kick back and let's do our thing. So we kind of just want to show you tonight how you guys can, let me back up a second. Let me get all my thoughts together. When I started this business, like I had a job that I was very thankful to have, but I was like miserable and I didn't earn a huge amount of money. Like it was a good job, but I mean, I just didn't ever feel like I was going to have like an abundant life, if that makes sense. Like I didn't feel like I had time for anything. I was completely unfulfilled and miserable. So now that I found this opportunity that I literally only started because I wanted to help people lose weight, didn't even like think I would make money, didn't know that I could when I started, and it's changed my life so much. We want to like share that with you guys and pay it forward because we want to show you how we've kind of taken control of our future and designed our own lives and, you know, achieve financial freedom and doing it in part-time hours, like not doing it where we're working like, like 100 hours a week. Like, I mean, I was working insane hours, 80 plus hours sometimes at my old job. And it's something that will radically change the rest of your life. So we just want to share a little bit about that and how this opportunity has changed our lives. And if you think that it's too good to be true, I know a lot of people say that to me. Like, you know, there's people that have listened to my videos or read my blog post and they're like a girl that I met on Instagram, she's like, Jess, this sounds like a scam. Like it sounds too good to be true. And I totally understand that because when I went to my first event and I heard about people making six figures and like being in the Millionaires Club and like quitting their jobs and retiring their spouses, I was like, shut the front door. Like this is not real. But it is. Like we're proof that this is possible. So that's why we want to get on and share tonight. So just like I said, sit back and listen, relax, and throw your preconceived notions to the side because we don't want you to do anything you don't want to do. If you don't want to be a coach, don't be a coach. If you want to be a coach, cool. We want you to be a coach. So I want you guys just like starting out this call, you know, the topic of this call is, or the theme around this call is Busy Girl Bosses Building a Six-Figure Business. And the reason I called it that is because, like I said, when I started this business, I was working 80 plus hours a week as the director of residence life at a college back when I lived in Georgia. And I was also doing my master's degree. What else was I doing? I was volunteering at church. So I didn't really have that much time to even like sleep or poop or like do any like normal human being things. I really never got to see my family. And back then they only lived an hour away from me. I didn't have too much of a social life. And like I said, I was just kind of unfulfilled and miserable. So I want to just show you guys about, I go off on tangents, sorry. I want you guys to think about the kind of life you want to create, because back when I was in that job before I quit my job in 2013, I keep forgetting it's 2015. I came into this and I started thinking about the kind of life I wanted to create. And I thought about what would I do if money wasn't an issue, if I just had all the money in the world. So I want you guys to, as we're starting this, to think about that. Think about the kind of life you want to create. If money wasn't an issue, if you had all the money in the world, all the time in the world, how would you want your life to look on a daily basis? How would you design your life? So I'm going to share real quick about myself and then I'll shut up and let Jamie talk. But I want to just tell you guys a little bit about my story just so that you know, like, I'm seriously like just a normal person. Like just because I built a six-figure business in less than 3 years, it doesn't mean I have like some kind of superpowers. Like I'm actually from a really small town. I'm just your normal average girl. When I started this, I like barely knew how to use Facebook. I had maybe a couple hundred friends, and the only thing I really knew how to do on Facebook was to like scroll and see what people were posting about. And I really wasn't even that interested in that. But I was like, I did build my business on social media since I was from a small town, even though I didn't know how to do it. I kind of just came into this blind and just figured it out along the way. I was super shy when I started this. Very, very, very afraid and timid to talk to people. So I just say all that to kind of say that like if I can build this business and talk to a bunch of people and overcome all my fears, then anyone can do it. Like literally if I can do this, like anybody can do it. and just kind of like who I am. I love my family. I love being outside, although not right now because it's so freaking cold. I just want to curl up in a ball with my cats all day. I do love my cats. I love wine. I love coffee. I love Jesus. I love being around my friends. I'm trying to think of what else. That's kind of it. I'm pretty simple. Let's see. I kind of already told you guys about my professional background. Let's see what else. I'm just going through my notes. I have to write notes down because if I don't, I will forget everything because I'm so scatterbrained. But yeah, like I told you guys when I started this, I literally started this because one of my friends, Lindsay, we worked at the college together, and I kept seeing her post online like about helping people lose weight. And back in 2009, I had lost 60 pounds, and it changed my life. And since I was miserable at my job, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't feel fulfilled. Like I just want to do something to help other people. So I told Lindsay when I started this, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not going to recruit people. I'm not going to talk to people. Like, I don't even care if I make money. Like, I didn't even think I ever would make money. So it's literally like insane for me to sit down and talk to you guys about how I built a 6-figure business based on everything that I said to Lindsay when I started this. But literally, I just started this and I realized it had nothing to do with selling. It had everything to do with sharing and helping people and sharing your passion and just caring about people. And when you do that, that's what pays off. Because if you come into this business and you don't truly care about people, it's going to show. So it's insane. Like, I don't feel like it's real life when I sit down and tell people that I've built this business. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. That's just a little bit about me. I want to turn it over to Jamie. Jamie is one of my diamond coaches on the team. I actually met Jamie through Instagram. She's in Virginia. I love her to pieces. She's like my long lost soul sister. So I'll shut my front door and let Jamie talk about. I muted myself. So she's going to talk about herself. And
Okay. Hi, everybody. So like Jess said, we met on Instagram back in the end of 2013. So we met right after Jess decided to quit her job. And at first I was really hesitant. I was like, what is she doing talking to me about this Beachbody business? I'm not a salesperson. What do you mean? But we connected because I also lost a lot of weight back in 2009, 2010. I started running, and that's where I lost my weight. So my journey started back then. I signed on as a coach. It's been a little bit over a year. And basically, it just went from there. Like she said, I live in Virginia, and I live in a really big suburb area. I'm from a town where I wouldn't even call it a town, but pretty much all my friends, we grew up here, we stayed here, and we're pretty much not going to leave. My husband will laugh at that. But so when I met Jess, I was pregnant with my daughter who's 9 months now, and I knew that I needed to figure out something else to do fitness-wise, and that's where the Beachbody workouts came into play, because I didn't want to go to the gym, or I couldn't go running outside when she was so little, or leave her with a sitter to work out. So these programs really benefited, and that's really where it started. Like Jess said, when I started, a lot of people already knew that I was this huge runner. I would go running on my lunch breaks. I posted about it on Facebook all the time. So I was already kind of doing that. Beachbody just took it to the next level, and I shared my story. And I never really thought that it would turn into a business for me. I was doing it to hold myself accountable and to get myself back in shape, and give myself these goals and benchmarks to hit after I had my daughter. And it's definitely turned into something bigger than I ever thought it would be. So I'm glad that I decided to do coaching and meet Jess and everybody else on our team.
Sorry for the awkward silence. I was still muted. Cool. So, Jamie, did you want to talk a little bit about Beachbody and the programs that Beachbody offers and what we do as a company before I talk about what's included when you become a coach?
Sure.
Or do you want me to talk about that? I put you on the spot.
No, I can talk about it. So Beachbody is definitely a huge, huge company. I'm sure all of you guys have heard about it by now. What they offer is they have products and services to help people get in shape. As you all know, that the obesity rate in America is huge, and something needs to be done about it. So that's where coaches come into play, like us. With that being said, coaches are not salespeople. Beachbody definitely, like I said, is a huge company. I actually come from a marketing background. I used to work for the cable company. So I know what marketing is, and that's not our job. Beachbody has their own marketing department. They have their own infomercials, their own advertisements. They do all that for us. So that's not our job. Our job is to share our stories. Like I told you guys a couple minutes ago, part of my story is I wanted to get back in shape after I had my daughter. And that's what I did. I talked about it online, and I shared the workouts I was doing. I shared the meals that I was eating, the shakes that I was drinking, and that's really all it is. We share our stories. People start to see what you're doing, see your progress, see that is, hey, it's actually working, and then they ask questions. I mean, I know when I go to the grocery store and I see these magazines of these like super in shape, fit women, I'm like, I'm never going to look like that. There's no way. Like, there's no way that I can look like that and do what that person's going to do. So how is that inspiring and motivating to other people who have no idea what to do? I am a firm believer that people love to see the journey. They don't like seeing the end results. So coaches share their journey. They share the results, their step-by-step progress. And because of that, and people are seeing exactly what we're doing, it's proof that it actually works. So I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. So when you're posting that thing, like I said, there's tons of people out there who need help that just are stuck with their fitness regimen. They don't know what they're doing. Our job is to share the journey. Everybody has their unique path. It's different than everybody else's. So that's why there's so many different coaches. And even though if you feel like if you're just starting your journey yourself and you're not really sure what to do, the coaches are there to support each other, to motivate each other, to encourage each other, and to help push each other for anybody who needs it. So that's basically it. Besides the motivation and the support, there's other benefits of being a coach. Beachbody offers the deep discount for the products and services that they have. And there's also coach incentives. There's yearly trips that you could potentially get paid for free. This coming year, the trip is Cancun in a couple months, and then Nashville in the summer. Next year, there's a cruise. So as a coach, you can get those potentially paid for. So there's definitely perks in the business that helps you feel like you're a bigger part of the company in itself, and part of the bigger picture of helping change people's lives. I feel like as a coach, helping other people is a great way to do that. And like I said before, people love watching your journey. I'm a firm believer in surrounding yourself with people who have the same goals as you. When you remove any type of negativity from your life and replace it with the inspiring, loving, and amazing people that have the same goals as you, the opportunities are endless. I mean, it makes a huge difference. So like I said before, if you feel that coaching is something that you don't necessarily know what to do because you're not quite there yet and you haven't started your journey, I disagree. I think it's a perfect opportunity for you because you're immersing yourself in the environment that you need to be in.
I love it, girl. Did
That
I
makes
cut you
sense.
off?
No,
Okay, cool.
I kind of went off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
No, I do the same thing. I think it was all great, and I think it's helpful for everyone to know. And what you were just talking about was something else that, sorry if I keep looking over here, my cats are chasing each other in my living room right now, and I get distracted. But anyways, guys, what Jamie just said, that was one thing that I wanted to point out about one of the benefits that has literally changed my whole entire life. Jamie, I'm going to mute you back real quick just because I get distracted when I hear any kind of noise, just like my cat scratching on the freaking scratch pad right now. But anyways, guys, literally, like, this life, yes, it's changed my life completely financially. Yes, it's changed my life because of being able to achieve fitness goals that I never thought I could achieve and all that great stuff. But this business has made me a better person, and I have met like my best friends ever. Like, I had best friends before, but like my best friends now are like my coaches on the team. Like, I feel like God sent these people to me, and we're literally like our team Fit and Faithful. We're like a big, happy freaking family. Like, we all love each other. We do life together. We do business together. Like, you would be surprised by some of the insanely crazy conversations that we have. Everything from like poop to wine to boys to life, just everything. I mean, Jesus, like, you name it, we talk about it. But like, that's what it's all about. And I've become such a positive person, like, because of this business. Like, all the personal development that we do, like, it has made every part of my life better. Like, because I was overweight for half of my life, because I binge ate, because I got drunk every single night in college, like, I had a lot of stuff to overcome and deal with. And, you know, I overcame all that before I became a Beachbody coach, but I still had all this stuff in my head that I was getting over. So since I became a coach, like, I feel like all of that has literally changed. So that was a tangent, but I just want to share that with you guys, because before I became a coach, I'm sure many of you probably feel this way. Like, I just kind of felt like what Jamie was saying, like, when you get the negativity out of your life and you have people that surround you with similar goals, like, it makes such a big difference. Like, I never thought that I would have friends like this amazing. So anyways, we really are like a family, and we like to welcome other crazy people like us that are awesome to our family too. So anyways, that's my tangent about that. But I did want to just talk a little bit about what's included when you become a coach, because, you know, so many people ask us, like, what do we actually do as a coach? And like, what do I get when I become a coach? Do I have to pay a certain amount of money? Do I have to have a certain amount of sales? All this kind of stuff. So really, as a coach, like, we really only do like 3 things. And I know that sounds like crazy easy. And the thing is, this business is actually very simple. All we do is share our journey and invite other people to do it with us because we care about them. We do our workouts and drink Shakeology and share about that. And we do personal development. That's literally all we do. Like, there are, you know, additional things that go into that, into each category, but really we have like a daily checklist that comes in our training that you'll get when you start, which I'm going to talk about in a second. And I've made it very easy for everyone, because when I started this business, we did not have training. We did not have a daily checklist. We did not have any kind of system or any organization or anything that showed us what to do. So because I was on the struggle bus for a long time trying to figure out what to do, I put a system together to make it as easy for everyone as possible that joins our team. So when you become a coach, what is included? So whoever you sign up with is your mentor in this business. They're your sponsor in this business. So they are going to help you every step along the way with every aspect of the business, from social media to reaching out to people to, you know, how do you respond to a conversation, like everything like that. Like, when I started this, I don't have any prior business experience. I worked in food and beverage in college, and I worked at a college after college. So I had no flipping idea how to do this. Like, I was always really good at talking to people, but I did not know how to talk to people about this kind of stuff. So as your mentor and as your sponsor, we will help you guys do those things. And it's not because we don't think that you guys are capable of, capable of doing it. We guys know you're all amazing. But we just want to do that for you so that we can show you how to build your business the right way. So you'll get your sponsor as your mentor when you join. You will also be part of our team, like I was talking about, Team Fit and Faithful. There are many teams in Fit and Faithful because we have many leaders in the team now that have built large teams, but you will be part of our big team. And like I was saying, guys, we all do life together. We help each other out. We work together. We work on our big goals together. And it's all about helping people. Like, that is why we all do this. It's not about having a certain sales quota or meeting a certain amount of numbers or any of that. It's really all about helping people. So we have our own private group on Facebook where we have everyone on our team. And we are always in there to, like, a leader, gosh, I can't talk. Blah, I'm going so fast and then I just get all over the place. There's always a leader in there that is available to answer any questions for you. We share tips in there, encouragement, and all that kind of stuff. My cat's really going crazy over here. I think that's what's throwing me off. So you'll also get, when you become a coach, you'll get access to the training that I was talking about, which is also in a private Facebook group. It's called Rock Your Biz Bootcamp 1.0, because I like cutesy little names like that. That one is 7 days long, and then you'll graduate to Rock Your Biz Bootcamp 2.0, which is about 2 weeks long. Excuse me. And what I did is I just made it so simple and easy for you all. So I always tell people, I'm like, I failed my way forward for all of your benefits so that you don't have to do it. I figured it out for you guys. So basically what it is it's a step-by-step training that teaches you exactly how to build your business, just how I built my business. I actually updated it in July of last year. And the coaches that started with that new training, this was a few months ago when I wrote down this number, but there were people that were earning almost $1,000 a month within just a few months after applying what they learned in that boot camp starting in July. That I just revised in July, sorry. So within 3 months, they were able to earn almost $1,000 and cut back on their full-time job to only working 2 days a week. Now, that's not everybody. That was just, one person, an example, but it just goes to show you that if you implement it, that can happen for you too. So the training is very simple. It's just a video that I've made. Most of them are 10 minutes or less. And you have a quick little homework lesson, not because I want to give you guys a bunch of extra crap to do because everyone's busy, but the point of it is just to implement one thing, one step at a time, one easy thing at a time. So by the time you're done with it, you'll already be doing everything you need to do as a coach. So then you'll just be like, oh snap, this is really easy. So you'll get access to that. And you'll also get access to weekly mentorship video calls. We do weekly video team calls on Thursday nights. And like I talked about, and Jamie talked about earlier, talked about earlier, you will get in the best shape of your life. You'll get healthy, happy, more confident. You'll find lots of friends and meaningful relationships that will literally change your life. And you'll just become a better person all around. And like literally, I know I've told you guys this a million times, but this business has changed every single area of my life. I now have like the best friends that I could ask for. I know that they're, friendships that are going to last a lifetime. We have fun together, all while we're like changing the world in our yoga pants and pajamas from our couch or from wherever. So that's what it's all about. Like, yes, I have a 6-figure business, but that's not what it's about for me. I don't freaking care if I made $1 a month. Like, I would still do it. So that's just kind of what we do as a coach, what is included when you become a coach. I think that's kind of all I wanted to say about that. And then a couple more quick things and we'll open it up for questions. Let me unmute Jamie real quick to see if she wanted to add anything before I get to the end of the call before we open it up for questions. Whoops. I get like out of breath. I talk so fast. Okay, you're unmuted now.
I just wanted to say that, yes, the possibilities are endless for being a coach, but as Jess, I'm not sure if Jess actually specifically said it, but you're in charge of your own business. No matter what your goals are, if your goals are to quit your job, to financially be free, from whatever your job to pay off debt, anything that you want to use this money for, we're here to help you. So I know a lot of it is overwhelming to think, oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to make 6 figures in, a couple months? But no matter what your goals are, like I said, you could be a coach just for the accountability yourself, or you could want to quit your job because you hate it. Everybody has different goals, and we're obviously here to help you with whatever those goals are.
Yeah, that's really good. And I'm really glad that you said that because I was actually just thinking about saying that in a second because that's so true. Like we all have different goals and I don't want you guys to quit your jobs if you don't want to. Like please stay at your jobs if you love it. Like if you just want to
Right.
make $100 a month to like pay your car insurance, like that's totally, totally cool. Like we don't want to cram any goals down your throats. Like we're just painting the picture for you to show you what is possible. And I mean, just to give you guys some encouragement, like my first 3 months in this business, I earned like, well, my first month I earned $40, no, $38 to be precise. I don't remember exactly what it was like between month 1 and month 3, but I don't think that I earned more than $300. So
Right.
you just never know, like you never know. And it's
Exactly.
like,
Right, exactly. And my goal when I first started being a coach is, like I said before, I was pregnant, and I do work full time. And when you're on maternity leave, you don't get your full pay, and I needed my full pay. So that was my goal, was to make that other income back. And I definitely was able to do that. So again, the possibilities are endless. So if you guys have any questions, you want to have them type in the chat box, or?
Sure. I do want to say one thing real quick. I don't pay for this service that we're on, so it's going to end our call in 10 minutes. So let me just say one more thing real quick. I will talk very, very fast and get it out and then open it up for you guys because I want you guys to talk. And if you do have more questions and we run out of time, I can start a new call. I can share a new link in the event page for all of you guys if we do need more time. But I did just want to give you guys some encouragement, because I know when I was trying to make the decision to do this, it was scary for me. Like I thought about it 3 months before I started doing it. You know, I had a lot of fears. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. I didn't want to do sales. I didn't want to pressure people. I didn't want to annoy people on Facebook. And, you know, like, thank God, like those are not things that we do. I just thought that I would have to do that. But when I look back, like the only thing, like my only regret would be that I waited for so long to start, because I kept telling myself, I didn't have the time. I was too busy. Like this is one thing that I forgot to mention, that this business, like you don't have to work a certain amount of hours. All you really need is 30 minutes a day. Like, I mean, maybe an hour if you have it. But even if you don't have that every day, like that's okay. You do it on your own time. And to do everything you need to do on the daily checklist, it literally only takes you about 30 minutes. So that was a tangent. But anyways, like I totally understand how all you guys are feeling if you do have those hesitations and fears. I felt like a lot of you may be feeling right now before I became a coach. I was miserable. I was exhausted. Like I said, I had tons of credit card debt. I was living paycheck to paycheck. Like I told you guys earlier, I wasn't fulfilled with what I was doing. I was miserable. So I want to just ask you real quick before we open it up for questions. If you feel that way, do you want to continue feeling that way? And this is not for me to make you guys feel bad. I care about you guys and I want you guys to think about these things because we want you to be able to design your life. So, if you don't change, how will your life look like a year from now, 5 years from now? Just think about that. And if you don't like what that looks like, I challenge you to just give this a chance. Again, I'm not trying to push you to do it. We don't want you to join if you don't want to. We say this because we care. It's for you. It's for your future, for your family, and for your happiness. That's what it's about. And the cost to become a coach is very minimal to, a chance to build what can become $1 million business. The cost, it just depends on the program that you go with to start. I did want to give this spiel. I feel like a salesperson when I say this part. My friend Zach always makes fun of me because he's like, Jessica, you sound like a salesperson. I'm like, no, I just have to give these details. But the cost does just depend on the program you go with. There's many different options, but there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you can get started for as little as $40. So in order to do that, you'll just need to contact the person who sent you here. Our new coach training starts next Monday. And there's a strategy that I put in the boot camp where if you implement it, you could earn up to $300 in your first day. So you guys don't want to miss out on that. And you guys owe it to yourself to just give it a shot. Like I said, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. And it's the chance to radically, change your future, change the future of your family, design the kind of life that you want. If you're on this call, you must have gotten on here for a reason. So this is a chance, for a new beginning for you guys to change the course of the rest of your life. So that's my spiel. But I have to always just say those things because I'm passionate about it. I want to give you guys all the details, all the options. I'm going a million miles an hour, but now I will open it up for questions. So if you do have a question, type it in the chat box and I will unmute you. If you don't want to be unmuted, then you can type your question in the chat box. Oh, I just get out of breath and I think my face turns red, but maybe it's from the wine too. Okay, Erica said, my only hesitation is I'm afraid I won't have the outreach to talk to people. I don't know people in the area I live in, and I'm from a super small town. I love talking with people. It's just finding the people to talk to, I guess. So I'll answer this real quick, and then Jamie, if you want to, do you want to say anything before I talk, actually?
Well, you don't have to know people from where you're from. I live in Virginia. Jess lives in North Carolina. So the majority of the business, just because I am from a town and everybody knows each other here from high school, that's not the case for everybody else. Part of the training goes over ways to use social media to expand your network. And we give you the tools and the training to show you how to do that. So definitely don't use that as a hesitation, because we help you with that.
Totally. I mean, honestly, I would say, I can't give you the exact percentage because I'm bad at numbers, but probably 98% of my business is all people that I met through social media, like either Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I took a social media course from someone named Sandy Krakowski back in 2013, and it was a 6-month course. It was like $3,000, but that's something that I teach you guys. What I learned in there, I teach to you guys in the training, because I learned from her how to build my business online and how to connect with people in a way where it's not pushy, it's not salesy, it's very, just caring and building relationships. And it might seem overwhelming because maybe you're not used to doing that. And it felt overwhelming for me at first too, but after a couple of days of doing it, you get used to it. And it's something that will be there to support you through. I'm going to stop rambling now because I see that. Okay,
so Tina asked, how much does it cost to get started? It depends on what program you choose, and it depends on the program you choose. You would work with your sponsor on what package works best for you. And Kenya, you said, what are the different revenue streams? Could you be more specific on that question?
I'm going to touch real quick too on the question that Tina asked about how much it costs to get started and the packs that Jamie's talking about. I forgot to mention this part, we always highly recommend starting with a challenge pack. And what a challenge pack is a Beachbody workout program bundled with 30 days of Shakeology. And we don't recommend that because we want you guys to spend money, but because it's the best way for you guys to start off and be successful, because doing the workout programs and doing Shakeology and sharing with people, that's how you're going to share with people. That's what I just said. You're going to share with people your journey and people will naturally come to you. So that's the best way to start off for success. The very lowest program package is $140. So you're literally you're getting Shakeology with the workout for only $10, and it waives the $40 coach signup fee. So you save like $50 that way. The very highest program package is $305, but most of them are, I would say, around the $140, $160 range. And, if you need help budgeting for that, like that's something we can help you figure out. We can help you earn the cost of that back whenever you get started. It's super simple to do that, actually. So yeah, you'll just need to talk with your sponsor for the person that invited you here for more specific details. Okay, so there's more questions. We only have less than a minute. So what I'm going to, excuse me guys, sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up another one of these, and I'll just share a new link in the event page, because these are great questions and I want to be able to answer these for you guys. So I will paste a new link in the event page and we'll get back on and open it up for some more questions. So if you don't have to come back on if you don't want to be there for the questions. Thank you for coming. We loved having you guys here, and we can't wait to have you on the team. For the rest of you, I'll see you in a second, and I'll post the link in the event page. Peace out.